Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wattpad Book Club. I'm your host, Phoenix, and today I got my lovely friend over here. I got Joline and
Hello.
a live studio audience of one man named Elf.
We love Elf here.
Yeah, Elf is gonna clap randomly. He's probably gonna use a soundboard of like golf claps when we say something funny.
Oh my god. Generic greeting.
We love you, Elf. Yeah, big round of applause for Elf for being here.
Woo!
Yeah, see?
Woo!
He's the guy. Yeah, so what a good one for him to start off in is a Polytrix fanfiction. Elf, do you know what was that a duck?
A duck?
Duck. A duck! Fucking...
Where's the duck?
He's making the duck sound. Anyway. Elf, are you aware what, like a poly couple is? Okay, good. So
Yeah.
that's basically it.
Perfect.
It is
So, I don't know how much you know about K-pop Demon Hunters. It's our three main girls.
Yeah, not Bobby. Bobby's just for me.
Bobby's just for you.
Yeah. You know, what's that fucking song from Madagascar? I like 'em chunky. Sorry. Well, listen. You see...
I just realized Bumblebee's missing an arm, but...
Huh? What?
Anyway, continue.
Okay. Yeah, because, you know, Bobby and then Teru, the same... kind of, they're both short with the same kind of body type and whatnot. I mean, like, it's just different personalities, but like,
so much cooler though. But anyway,
okay, well, you're right, but like, they have their pros and cons.
there are no cons for Bobby. But anyway,
Yeah, box for space. Well, Box is a TV anyway. We're reading Polytrix today. We found a beautiful book that is label complete, so we'll never have.
We
to
definitely didn't choose this last minute.
We definitely did not choose it 5 minutes before we recorded. I don't know why you guys would think that. Honestly, it's kind of a little disrespectful, but...
The audacity.
The audacity of this bitch. Yeah, it's called Behind the Patterns in the Blades Polytrix. A 31-parter that's gonna take probably 8 hours for us to get through at some point.
Have some faith, but okay.
Yeah. Well, it says 4 hours, so with our luck, it's gonna be 8 hours.
Okay.
So
Do we have
like
a coin
8
to flip?
episodes. Well, we have to read the description first. You're getting a
Oh, my
little...
bad.
You're like,
I forgot. No, I was ready to hop to it.
You gotta stop hawk-2ing it and let me
No.
Alright. Alright. A story about Polytrix, Rumi, Zoe, and Mira. Mostly about Rumi, Zoe's, and Mira's angst. Complete story summary, heart. Set in the dazzling yet demanding world of K-pop, the story follows Huntrix, a girl group made up of Mira, Zoe, and Rumi. As they prepare for their performances, the trio navigates fame, pressure, and complicated relationships, including Rumi's tense connection with her adopted mother, Celine, who disapproves of the relationship. Despite challenges, the girls grow closer, forming a deep, romantic bond with each other. The story blends fluff, humor, angst, and emotional healing, with these scenes of cuddling, aquarium dates!
Aquarium dates!
Okay, chaotic rehearsals, car concerts, and heartfelt moments backstage. Through it all, Rumi slowly learns what love, acceptance, and family really means, with Mira and Zoe by her side. Yeah, see? We're so good at this.
Elf says this is why we choose the story beforehand.
Yeah, exactly. We could choose to skip it. Okay, this place after the movie. Rumi's insecure about her pattern still, and still is grieving about Jinyu's death. Zoe and Mira's past will come into play. What I think their past is, it explains some in the movie. I'm just expanding off of what I think. There is no smut in this whatsoever. There is kissing and angst. There is going to be a warning on top of the chapter, so if you need to skip. Angst will include body dysmorphia, family trauma, $sign age. Oh, sorry, thank you. And there might be more as I write. There will probably be some misspelling words. I'm sorry in advance. Background / headcanon applying into effect. Okay. Rumi tried cutting her patterns off when she... Oh, okay.
Crazy.
Okay.
Oh, do you want me to read it?
No, I was just caught off guard. I was like... Rumi tried cutting off her patterns off when she was little and on her right shoulder, still has scars. Zoe hides what she's doing through by her happiness and craziness. Mira doesn't talk about her family anymore for various reasons. They all go through something alone without telling each other. Celine is bad, more abusive. Please enjoy. Also, I gotta say, I love this person's profile picture for Char Doodle. The fucking, like, the guy breakdancing. Because I know Celine is bad. She's a shithead. Alright, the way to one is gone. Alright, let me find the coin. Do you want to be heads or tails, Joline?
I would like to be heads.
I dropped the coin and it was heads.
Perfect.
The universe said, yeah, Joline, this is for you.
Okay. I woke up at sunrise. Oh, day 1. Rumi woke up at sunrise. The penthouse was quiet. No laughter, just silence. The day after the final fight with Guimau was supposed to be happy. She was supposed to let Jinu free, to walk the world without shame of being a demon. She was promised her patterns would be gone once the Han Moon was closed for good, but she still had them. She walked to the mirror, examining herself. The patterns grew a bright blue as she traced them with her eyes. I hate them, she thought. She soon heard a knock on the door. Hey, it's me, Rumi, Zoe said, leaning on the door. Can I come in? Rumi knew exactly who it was from the sound of it. She rushed to her closet to find a hoodie. They now knew about her patterns, how she was a demon, but she didn't want them to see it glowing. Yeah. Give me a... Rumi said until she fell. Sec. Rumi finally opened the door with a hoodie on and her choo-choo pants that she knew always made fun of. But they didn't cover the glowing skin underneath. Rumi, I just want to say, I'm sorry for putting my weapon out on you. I wasn't thinking, Zoe said. Rumi looked at her. You're fine, I promise you. Don't sweat it. Rumi looked at her and took Zoe's hand. I promise. Zoe blushes a little. Breakfast ready. Zoe turns and takes Rumi out of the kitchen. Takes Rumi out to the kitchen, where Mira was plating the food. They were still holding hands. Good morning, Mira says, giving their plates. Morning, Rumi says, taking her plate. Zoe starts talking about turtles while stuffing her food into her mouth. Mira eats a piece one by one, listening to Zoe yap, while Rumi just plays with her food. It's not like she doesn't like the food, it's her fave, but she doesn't feel like it.
Joline, may I interject for 1 second to say what Elf said? He just said, hey, it's me, Goku.
It's me, Goku.
Thanks, Elf. Studio clap for you, man.
Rumi, are you okay? You're not eating that much. Mira said, looking at her in the eyes. She's worried. Rumi can tell. I'm fine. I'm just not hungry. She continues talking to Zoe. They both stop once in a while to look and check up on Rumi, but most of the time she's either playing with her food or zoning out.
Rumi.
I wonder why he had to choose me to save me. Now I have to live with the guilt of not saving him. I should have been faster. I should have reached out and saved him. The memory of Jinu claws at the edge of my mind, replaying in a loop I can't silence. No matter how deep I bury it, I saw him crumbling. I had my eyes locked on him, and I hesitated. Just for a second too long, that's all it took. Everyone keeps telling me it's not my fault, but we did everything we could. But they didn't feel the fire in my chest when I froze. They didn't see the look in Jinu's eyes. The words keep coming back to me. Why didn't you save him? You'll never be good enough. You're a monster. You don't deserve love. The fork scraped against my plate for the 5th time, maybe 6th. I wasn't counting, but the sound was dull and familiar. A distraction. The eggs were cold now, the toast untouched. I pushed a piece of bacon to the edge like it might rearrange my thoughts too. My patterns grew to more aching dark blue, shining through my clothes. Zoe was talking, loud, fast. Her voice filled the kitchen like sunlight. Warm, overwhelming, impossible to ignore even though I wanted to. No, listen, I'm serious, she said, grinning. Turtles can breathe through their butts. Mira choked on her juice. Zoe leaned forward, fully committed. I'm not kidding. It's called cloacal respiration. They like absorb oxygen through their whatever sciencey part while they're underwater. Isn't that sick? They just vibe there for hours. Zoe, Mira wheezed, laughing. That's the grossest thing you could have explained it. Grossest way you could have explained it. Yeah, well, it's true, Zoe beamed, popping a grape in her mouth. Turtles are elite, built different, total survivors. They kept talking, joking. Mira added something about sea turtles outliving demon kings, and Zoe ran with it, practically reenacting a battle between a turtle and a hell beast, complete with sound effects. And me, I just kept dragging my fork through the yolk like it meant something, like it mattered. Survivors. That's what Zoe said. I'm not a survivor. I'm a mistake. I stared at the golden smear on my plate, but all I could see was fire. Ginu's silhouette. He should have survived, not me. I barely realized I'd spoken until Mira paused mid-laugh and glanced at me. I'm a mistake, I whispered. Maybe too quiet, maybe not. The air thinned, and the kitchen went still. Zoe stopped talking about turtle butts, and Mira's smile faltered. I didn't look up. Couldn't. The silence buzzed louder than the laughter ever did. I'm gonna go lie down, I said, voice flat, detached, like I wasn't really here. Mira spoke gently, like her words were padded in wool. Okay, we're here if you need anything. You don't have to be okay today, Zoe added, her voice softer now, but the energy was gone. She sounded like someone switching off a light. I stood and walked away before I broke, before they try to stop me or worse, try to understand. I closed the door behind me and sat on the edge of my bed, curling into myself like maybe I could be smaller, invisible. Turtles could hide in their shells, disappear when the world gets too loud. I don't have a shell, just scars and memories I can't stop burning in.
And I was really deep to be talking about turtle butts earlier.
We're gonna go back to it, too.
Not the turtle butts.
Okay, but hear me out. Turtles can breathe through their butts. Mira nearly spit out her juice. I grinned, proud. Cloacal respiration, that's what it's called. They absorb oxygen through their whatever when they're underwater. Isn't that amazing? They're like little armored ninjas who just chill at the bottom of lakes and don't die. Mira was wheezing. That's the grossest way you could have said that. Science is beautiful and weird, I said, popping a grape in my mouth. Turtles are the real MVPs. They've been around since the dinosaurs and just vibe. No drama, no demon blood, just shells and science. Silence. I laughed at my own joke, but Rumi didn't even blink. She was sitting across from us, slowly dragging her fork through her eggs like she'd been trying to write something in code. She hadn't taken a single bite. Her face was blank, like the volume had been turned down inside her head. I kept talking, louder and adding more jokes, something about a turtle fighting a hell beast, and Mira played along, of course. We did this kind of dumb banter all the time, and usually, even on the worst days, I got Rumi to at least smirk, but not this time. She was somewhere else. Lost. When I looked a little closer, I saw it. Her hand clenched around her fork. Her eyes not focusing, like she was underwater and the rest of us were just noise she couldn't hear anymore. Then I heard her say it, quiet, barely more than a breath. A mistake, and everything stopped. Mira and I both froze, my stomach twisted, like something just dropped in it. Rumi didn't look up, just kept staring at her plate like she wanted to disappear inside it. I didn't know what to say, neither did Mira. I could feel this impulse rising in me. Say something, fix it, make her laugh again. But the words just sat in my throat, heavy, helpless. Rumi stood suddenly, pushing back her chair like the scrape was louder than her voice. I'm gonna go lie down, she said. Mira spoke first, gently. Okay, we're here if you need anything. I found my voice, but it didn't sound like me when it came out. You don't have to be okay today. She was already walking away. Her shoulders looked heavier than they should on someone so small. She closed her door without a sound, and like she didn't want to leave a trace. As she walked, I saw this dark blue light coming out underneath her hoodie, in the shape of patterns. The kitchen felt colder now. I looked down at my plate. The grapes weren't funny anymore. The story didn't matter. I wanted to believe in giving her space was the right thing, that she just needed time, but deep down, something felt wrong, like she wasn't drifting, she was drowning. Quietly, slowly, and we were just watching from the shore. Mira, I'm scared for Rumi. I mumble. I was really scared. I really was scared. I hope she'll be fine. Why don't we check on her later? Mira looks at me. Her voice sounded worried, but I know she was trying to stay positive for all our sakes. The kitchen table was quiet. There was no laughter how it was before, just sitting there. Rumi gone to her room, her food untouched, just moved. Did you notice the light blue light coming from underneath her hoodie? Zoe asked Mira. It was in the shape of her patterns. Mira thought about it. I did see it. I was wondering about it too. They both thought for a moment. Whatever it was, they wanted to show more. They wanted to know more. Ask more questions about her patterns, to understand them. Other note, I'm not a fan of this chapter, but whatever. I hope you enjoyed.
No, I feel that so much. Sometimes like I have to add this chapter for context, but I'm not enjoying this.
Gotcha.
Yeah, also Elf wrote, today I'm learning something about turtles out of an angst fanfiction of all things. This is a very dramatic and very well written. Thank you, Elf. I don't know why I'm saying thank you.
So
I didn't write this, but...
Thank you for appreciating our choices, even if last minute.
There's angst in this chapter.
I'll take over whenever you want. I feel like I did really good on the last one.
Dude, you fucking ate that shit. You left no crumbs.
Thank you. Thank you, Bookie.
Yeah. What last minute fanfiction were you talking about? Exactly. Alright, Rumi's POV. And there's angst in this. And wait, it's called The Girl Who Doesn't Cry. Don't cry!
Already crying!
The room was still, safe, familiar in all the wrong ways. The room held more than what I wanted to deal with. Echoes, guilt, ghost. My hoodie sleeve swallowed my hands. Everything feels so big lately. My thoughts, my body, my memories. The silence is there. The silence in here wasn't peaceful. It was sharp. It hummed in my ears like pressure before the storm. Don't cry. Don't think. Don't feel.
Pause.
Oh wait, I can cry.
I can cry. I'm dead sobbing.
You can cry for the both of us. The words repeated like a prayer, like a command. I let my hands fall against my knees. The hoodie smelled like smoke. Not real smoke, not anymore. My brain kept replaying. I could still hear Jinyu's last words in the back of my mind, like it was etched itself into my bones. He saved me, and I didn't save him. I should be grateful. I should be angry. I should be something. But I wasn't anything. Just hollow. Like a hollow night from like sorry.
Just for our audience knows, Alpha has sent this devastated reaction. That's like a little emoji guy crying.
Maybe we'll show it off if I remember. I didn't cry, not even now. I hadn't since that night. Not when I found what was left in of his jacket. Not when Mira tried to hug me and I just stood there, arms limp. Crying would mean accepting it. Felt it. And I couldn't afford that. I wasn't ready. Instead, I reached for my pillow and laid down, curling in tighter, face turned to the wall, light from the window cut across the floor in thin golden strips. It was morning, but I pulled the blanket over my head anyway. Outside, I can hear Mira laughing again. Zoe's voice. They were trying. They were always there. But I couldn't go back out there. Not yet. I didn't want their comfort, or their concern, or their pity. I just wanted the world to stop spinning. And if I could disappear into this silence for long enough, maybe it will. Celine always taught me not to cry, not to show emotion, even when I was struggling the most. No therapy, not to show my thoughts, or my fears. A faint memory comes to mind. When I was 6, I fell onto the concrete floor. My knees were scraped and bleeding. I was crying. Celine didn't care. I mean, why would she? She's Celine. She slapped me for showing my emotions. I learned to fight my internal thoughts by myself now. We should never show our faults or fears, repeated in my mind over and over again. I heard footsteps slowly creaking up the hallway. I knew who it was. It was Mira, probably going to the bathroom and passing my room. But I heard 2 footsteps, Mira and Zoe, and they stopped their tracks at my door. Rumi, could you let us in? I didn't answer. I didn't move. Rumi? Mira's voice, gentle, familiar. We're here. Another voice, Zoe's, quieter than usual. Can we come in? Just for a second? I hesitated, breath caught in my chest. Then, silently, I reached over and unlocked the door. I didn't open it, but I didn't lock them out either. A moment later, it creaked open. Mira stepped in first. She didn't say anything. She just crossed the room slowly and then sat on the edge of the bed without asking. Zoe followed. Oh, fuck. Leaning against the wall by the door, twisting something in her nublets. The room felt smaller. The room felt smaller all of a sudden after I said that one. With them in it, but not in a bad way. We're not here to force anything, Mira said, voice slow. Just to remind you what happened. What?
Help for the nublets really make it heartfelt.
Yeah, exactly! That's how you know it's a Phoenix Flare reading, if the word nublet shows up. Zoe stepped closer and held out a small little green turtle keychain. Battle turtles still reporting for duty? I stared at it. Still, I didn't speak. Zoe kneeled down beside the bed, looking up at me, eyes softer than I'd ever seen them. You're not alone, okay? Even if you feel like it. Even if everything in your head tells you that you are. Mira slid her arms around me before I realized she was moving. I stiffened at first. Then something cracked. Not a full break, not a sob, just a shift. My body leaned slowly into hers. I didn't hug back, not right away, but I let her hold me, and Zoe pressed her forehead lightly against my shoulder as she was lending me strength just by being there. I don't know how to say thank you. I don't know if I could. But they seem but they don't seem to need the words. We're watching something dumb tonight, Zoe said after a pause, trying for lightness. Probably a horror movie that isn't scary. Mira made popcorn. I burnt the first batch. It's a whole situation. We saved you a spot, Mira added, just in case. They didn't wait for an answer. They just left the door slightly open and went back to the hallway. I stayed there for a while. Then I got up. The couch felt too soft under me, too warm. I curled up at the end of it, blanket around my shoulders, popcorn bowl in my lap, even though I wasn't eating. The movie played, loud, chaotic, ridiculous. Some demon witch thing with terrible CGI and overacted screams. So I made commentary every 5 minutes. Mira laughed because she was trying to make up for the quiet. I brought into the room. I didn't talk. Not once. I zoned out a lot. My thoughts drifted. Eyes blurring as the images on screen warped into memory and fire and silence again. But I stayed. And that meant something. Because after the first time in days, I didn't want to disappear. Not yet. I know it's a bit short and I'm having writer's block. If you have any ideas for chapters, please comment. Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji.
You wrote one more crying emoji.
Crying emoji.
From the writer's block one.
Fuck.
I like how we gave the author's note for stuff a very uppity voice.
Yeah, we have to be uppity. This is just a bunch of angst. We need some happiness.
Asking for ideas is a common author's dilemma.
Exactly. Mainly for me,
just
I was stupid back then. Oh okay. God. I will say, I'm so glad we're doing the voice acting thing for V3 with me and Sage, because honestly, I read that pretty well.
Honestly, proud of you.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Alright, chapter 3. The bed is soft, but the past is sharp. Zoe had knocked out before the credits even started. She sprawled across the couch like a sleepy octopus. One leg flopped across Rumi's lap, the other dangling off the edge like it might just slide up to the floor at any moment. Her head rested in Mira's lap. Every few minutes she mumbled something unintelligible in her sleep, then shifted like she was fighting a demon in a dream. Or maybe just dreaming about ramen again. The movie ended. The screen dimmed to black, and neither Rumi nor Mira reached for the remote. The room settled into a kind of stillness that only existed late at night. The kind that didn't need to be filled. Mira quietly pulled out a book from the side table, careful not to wake Zoe. Her fingers moved softly over the pages, and the corner of her mouth twitching with each line. She didn't smile big like Zoe did. Mira's smiles were the kind that happened when she thought no one was looking. But Rumi was. She glanced down at the book, then at Mira. She'd seen her read it about a dozen times before, after missions, after training, during breakfast. Rumi had always assumed it was some kind of battle strategy or martial arts manual. Mira read it like she was preparing for something, not relaxing. But now, with Zoe snoring into her hoodie and no fire to fight, a question tugged at her more than usual. She hesitated, then quietly, Mira? Mira looked up instantly, blinking like she had been pulled out of another world. Yeah? She asked, her voice soft, warm. Rumi nodded towards the book. What are you reading? Mira's eyes widened just slightly, then darted to the cover in her hands. A blush bloomed across her cheeks, catching her off guard. She looked like she'd almost been caught sneaking candy from a training bag. Wordlessly, she held out the book to Rumi. Rumi took it carefully, like it might burn her fingers. The cover was soft and worn at the edges, clearly loved. It wasn't a how-to fight book. It was a contemporary romance. Two girls on the cover, laughing in some bright, sun-drenched place that felt like the opposite of demon hunting. She opened it slowly, curiosity growing. A small pastel post-it note peeked out like whispers, marking lines and moments. Rumi flipped through, and her eyes landed on one. How to tell her you're falling. She blinked. Another one. How to know if it's more than just friendship. Another. How to be brave when your heart won't stop shaking.
Joline, I have through the funniest thing.
What?
Elf just put, you're telling me there's Yuri in this? In all caps.
I'm sorry, that's so funny.
You're telling me there's gay bitches in this fanfiction?
You're telling me these girls are gay? For each other?
I thought this was a friendship.
I mean, it could be a friendship.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Unbelievable, he says.
Unbelievable. This is what I paid money for. That's what we did, though. I mean, at least Joline's paying for it because she has to sit through ads.
Oh no, I'm on my laptop this time.
Genius!
I know. I'm so smart. Her breath caught in her throat. She wasn't expecting this. Her fingers brushed a corner of a page before she closed the book. Slowly, like she was handling something fragile, her cheeks grew warm. Her patterns, those faint glowing lines that always betrayed her. Emotions, flickered a soft rosy pink against her skin. She handed the book back to Mira without a word. Mira didn't ask what she thought. She just smiled, quiet, knowing. Rui looked down at Zoe, who snored in her sleep and kicked her leg once against Rumi's thigh before settling again. She couldn't help it. She smiled too. And for the first time in a long while, the silence didn't feel heavy. It felt safe. Later. It was past midnight when I finally slipped away to my room. The living room had quieted. Zoe had rolled off the couch onto the floor without waking up. A blanket draped half over her like someone tried and had given up. Mira was still reading when I left, but she didn't stop me. She just looked up and gave me a soft nod. Like she understood. Maybe she did. The turtle keychain sat on my nightstand. I turned it over in my fingers a few times before setting it down. Gently beside the lamp. Its green shell caught in the moonlight. small and silly and solid. I climbed into bed, and for once, I didn't feel like I had to brace myself to survive the night. But the thing about nightmares is, they don't need permission. I was standing in the middle of the hallway that stretched too far in both directions, a place that didn't exist but felt familiar. Warped pieces of the academy, the apartment, the battlefield all melted together, and fire, always fire. I looked at the edges of the walls, slow and patient, as if it had time. It stood in front of me stood Mira and Zoe. No, not exactly. They looked just like them, but the demon version, the one I saw on stage during the Idol Awards, and the one who revealed my patterns. I stepped back, heart pounding. No, you're a mistake, Demon Mira states. You always were, Demon Zoe says. They walked towards me slowly, then flash. It was Genu. It was that day. He disappeared slowly. Flash. I was back with the demons. He saw what you were, and he still chose to die for you. Stupid boy. And now you're here, breathing his air, eating his food. I didn't ask him to save me, I shouted. My voice cracked like glass. But you let him, she smiled with teeth. You watched him burn. I covered my ears, but the words still crawled inside me. You're a mistake, half-thing. You think you deserve comfort, hugs, romance novels, and popcorn and turtles? Their face was a look of disgust. You are the fire. You are the reason that happened. The walls collapsed into ash around me. Heat rose and my body felt heavy, like guilt had weight now, enough to pin me down. I didn't mean to, I whispered. Intentions don't matter, only what you are. I fell to my knees and then I jolted awake with a gasp, heart slamming against my ribs. My sheets were tangled, soaked with sweat. My breath came fast, like I'd just sprinted through hell and barely made it out. The room was dark, still, and quiet. I pressed the heel of my hand to my chest, as if I could hold myself together physically. I'm not a mistake, I said in my head, again and again. But the heat still lingered. I glanced at the turtle keychain again. It hadn't moved, hadn't melted, just sat there, steady, stupid, and real. I reached for it with trembling fingers, and maybe I didn't believe myself yet, but I held on anyway.
Why did the demons have to bring up the turtle? They didn't have to bring in the turtle like that, man.
Oh, I thought the call dropped. You didn't say anything.
No, sorry. I was collecting my thoughts.
Thanks for reading. I'm not really sure what to write anymore. Cry, 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 cry. My bad, Al.
Why is this reminding me of fucking, it's like, why would you write this? It's the most beautiful thing ever, and then the guy is like, I don't know, man, just was bored.
I like how one of the comments is, Mira probably looks hot when she reads. I think Lego left this.
Was this Lego's alt?
Lego's alt account.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew they had it in them.
You said this was like 30-something parts, right?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this.
I bet you are.
Of course I am.
Okay, there are technically 24 chapters.
I'm scared for when you're in chapter 4. Ah!
Alright, my turn. The light beneath. Oh, so I was trying to like keep a straight face while you're reading because, you know, my thing auto stuffs fingers to nublets. So I just see the word nublet like every like paragraph during the part that you were reading. Rumi stood in the kitchen barefoot, the cold tile bending up again through her skin, like it was saying, like it had something to say. The chip mug in her hands steamed quietly, its heat doing little to thaw the ache during sitting in her chest. She had been awake since before sunrise, when the nightmare had yanked her into that cold, odd old place again. Smoke, fire, voices not hers, whispering in a language that curled in her gut like a knife. She hadn't screamed this time. She just sat there, frozen, listening, remembering. Her patterns had flared as soon as she touched her chest, glowing that soft, sorrow-soaked blue. They were still there, curling like vines just under her collarbone, pulsing through her skin, visible beneath the fabric of her hoodie. Footprints behind her. Zoe's voice broke the quiet. "You're up early?" Rumi didn't turn. Couldn't sleep. Zoe moved beside her, opening the cabinet and grabbing a mug. "You okay?" "Yeah," she took a sip of her drink. "Just tired." Zoe glanced at her, then frowned. A faint blue glow was pulsing through the front of Rumi's hoodie, bleeding through the fabric like light beneath stained glass. Subtle, but there. And not normal. Not for most people. "Rumi," Zoe said slowly, "you're glowing." Rumi stiffened. Another set of footsteps, Mira now, rubbing her eyes as she shuffled in. "Did you say she's glowing?" "Oh no. Are we doing demon stuff before coffee again?" Rumi pulled her hoodie closer, turning slightly, but it was too late. The soft, ethereal blue tracing up to the sides of her neck now, bled past the collar. The marks seemed almost to breathe with her sadness. "It's nothing," she mumbled. Zoe crossed her arms. "Rumi, come on, you think we're not gonna notice when you turn to a human nightlight?" Mira blinked hardly. Suddenly awake. "Whoa, it's not like the red from last time." "It's different," Rumi said, voice quiet. "Because you're sad?" Mira asked. The room fell still. Rumi looked down at her mug, eyes suddenly burning. Her silence said enough. Zoe's tone softened. "You had a nightmare again, didn't you?" She nodded once. That was all she could manage. No one moved. Then Mira stepped forward and wrapped her arms around her from behind, burying her face in Rumi's hoodie. Zoe leaned against the counter beside her. Close, but not crowding. "You don't have to hide it from us," Zoe said gently. "Wherever the marks are, whatever's happening to you, we're here, even when you glow blue." Rumi swallowed hard. The warmth of their presence pressed against the cold, still lunged inside her ribs. The demon marks stayed blue, but a little lighter now, like the edges of sadness were being worn away, slowly, by something steady, something kind. She didn't know how long she could keep the truth from them, but for now she wasn't alone. Another room POV. I always remembered how my patterns glowed, why they do, and what does each color mean. I know. Blue is sad, pink is flushed, rainbow is singing, purple is... never mind. But the others? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess some, like red is angry, and green is probably disgust. Yellow, orange, and more, and I'm unsure. "Earth, back to Rumi!" Zoe poking me in the chest. Yes? I jumped a bit, turning in their attention. "What do you feel about a world tour later this summer?" she asked. "Bobby asked," Mira added, drinking her coffee. "That'll be great," I said, smiling. "Mira! We finally get Mira's POV! The best one!" According to Lego.
I was like, I thought you were a Zoe stan.
Yeah, I am a man of the people. I'm just spouting how it is. I wasn't expecting her to smile. Not really, not like that. It was small, barely there. Whoa, when Rumi's lips curled at the edges and her eyes softened just enough, something inside me slipped out of that place. It hit me like a cymbal crash that I didn't see coming. Loud, clear, and way too much. She was still glowing. That soft blue light that had bled through her hoodie earlier hadn't fully faded, but now it wasn't heavy or sad the way it had been before. It looked gentler. Like a quiet storm finally letting go, like breathing after crying. Still hurting, yeah, but a little less alone. And that smile. God. Oh my gosh, she's a lesbian.
I like how when people write freaking Mira, she's like the gayest of the three.
Well, I always had Canada to be a lesbian.
Yeah.
God, that smile. That stupid, beautiful smile, exactly.
When will it be my turn to be happy? Anyway.
You'll get one eventually.
No, don't worry about it. I don't need it.
Like I said, we head over to the city, right? You bump into some businessman with a briefcase.
No, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I gotta grind.
You can get a sugar daddy.
I don't need love.
Alright, I feel my ears grow warm, which is ridiculous because I don't blush. Not over a Hoodie Clan demon-marked bandmate making coffee in the kitchen at 7 a.m. Not over a half smile that probably wasn't even meant for me. Except I kind of wanted it to be. No, absolutely not. I wasn't doing that. I cleared my throat way too loud and tried to act normal. So, are we gonna talk about the glowing tattoo situation, or just pretend you've got early stage light up merch? Smooth, Mira, real smooth. Rumi let out a quiet laugh, soft and low, like she didn't quite trust it yet, but it was real. It made my heart beat like we were on stage mid-set and I missed the cue.
Guys, I'm frothing in the mouth. I just think this tiny bit got me fucked up.
I know.
I'm great.
She glanced down. I'm not ready to explain it yet, but I will. I nodded too quickly. Yeah, cool. Yeah, totally. No pressure. We're not freaking out or anything. You're still roomy. Just like maybe 5% cured. Another smile. Another hit to the chest. Was it getting warm in here? Zoe was across the room and definitely watching me now. Not in a mean way, just knowing. Way too knowing. I shot her a glare that said shut up, but she raised an eyebrow that replied, really? Yeah, she's seen it. Great. I turned back to Rumi, trying not to look at the glow still peeking through her collar or the way her braid fell over her shoulder, a little messy from sleeping. Trying not to think about how I much wanted to make her smile again, on purpose this time. This was fine, totally fine, except it really, really wasn't. Zoe moved towards Rumi slowly. Rumi, you should take your hair down. You had it in that since wash day. That was 4 days ago, Zoe said, softly touching Rumi's braid. Rumi sighed. I hate doing it, though. She would pretend crying noises. Me and...
Wait.
Me and Mira can do it, Zoe smiled, running to me and holding my arm. Zoe will be the death to me, I thought. She practically dragged me to Rumi's room with a grin as this was a slumber party and not a covert emotional rescue mission disguised as hair care. Rumi stepped inside ahead of us and did this half-hearted kick at the pile of clothes near her bed. It's not that bad, she muttered, even though it was definitely a hoodie trying to climb the dresser like it had dreams. Zoe flopped down the edge of the bed like it was her room and not Rumi's. Rumi, babe, your hair is crying for help. I'm crying for help, Rumi said dramatically, flopping onto the floor face first. Her voice was muffled through the carpet. Don't make me sit up. You're so dramatic, I said, kneeling beside her and poking her side gently. She turned her head and looked up at me, eyes sleepy. That soft glow under her skin still pulsing blue at her neck, just barely. Her braid was loose at the edges, strands falling out and wisp towards her temple. I never admitted out loud, but she looked really pretty like that. Just armed, really. Real. Fuck. Zoe grabbed a pillow and tossed it in the Rumi's back. I brought the leave-in conditioner and the oil. Mira, grab a wide tooth comb from the bathroom. Why am I the comb runner? I grumbled, ready standing. Because you have been so... You're the most terrifying glare, and we don't want Rumi to use it on us when we start detangling. Zoe said cheerfully. When I came back, Rumi was already sitting cross-legged on the floor. Hair down, hoodie off, and back facing us, her patterns curled faintly among her upper back and shoulders, still glowing that soft, melancholy blue. I froze for a second in the doorway. I haven't seen them this clearly before. They weren't just marks, they were moving. Slowly, like they were breathing with her, synced with whatever she was feeling. She looked over her shoulder at me and smiled again, just a little, but she knew I was staring and didn't mind. Dangerous. So dangerous. I handed Zoe the comb and then sat behind Rumi as I gently started to part sections of her hair with my nublets. You know, Zoe said lightly, opening the leave-in. This is peak bonding right here. Hair is sacred, especially when someone else touches it. Rumi snorted. Yeah, you guys are both legally bound to me now. I felt a shiver slightly under my nublets. Not from cold, but something else. And for a second, the marks flashed. Not blue, not quite. Almost purple. I blinked. Rumi, that color, what does it mean? She didn't answer right away. Well, quietly she said, it's complicated. I wanted to ask more. I almost did. But when she leaned back just a little into my hands, trusting, and that said more than anything else. Oh my god, I bet purple is love. I bet it. I bet my life savings on it.
Dude, I wish I knew what it was and that it wasn't purple and that you'd give me your life savings.
Did you read ahead?
No. Okay,
good. I was like, we discovered this fanfiction today. There's no way you read it ahead of time.
Dude, you should out of spite. I mean, Elf, what is this video you sent? Is it hot in here? Are you hot? I mean, you are hot, but...
Oh, fuck. Okay, so I started combing through the first section. Carefully, slow, gentle. You don't have to tell us everything right now, I whispered. Just let us be here. She nodded, and this time I swear the glow calmed a little. Then I realized I just didn't want to help her feel okay. I wanted to be the reason she did. We worked through her hair in soft silence and bursts of laughter. Zoe kept cracking jokes about starting a band-themed salon called Demon Detangled, and Rumi just groaned through the entire brand pitch. But underneath the easy remnant of detangling and moisturizing and twisting new braids, I kept catching it. The glow. Not just the unusual soft blue, but I came to associate it with Rumi's sadness. No, this is different. A flicker of lavender. A breath of violet curled behind her ear, or lighting across the curve of her shoulder, like lighting under her skin. It came in waves, subtle and shy, and every time I touched her, it came back. Does it hurt? I asked, voice low, almost hesitant. Rumi didn't turn around, but she paused. No, it's not pain. Zoe gave me a quick glance, but didn't say anything. She could feel the shift too. The air in the room had changed, like we had brushed up against something intimate. Something secret. Intimate? You're telling me they're intimate in this gay fanfiction? Not yet. Even though it's not happening in this. Anyway. It happens when you feel something strong? I asked. Rumi nodded slowly. The color shifts from what I feel, and I don't always understand what each one means. And purple? I pressed gently. I don't know. Her voice wavered. It only happened a few times. Always when I'm around people, she trailed off like words got stuck in her throat. I didn't push it. I just kept working through this next section. I saw Fluffer. Oh, yeah, Flutter. Now building in my chest. Always when I'm around people, people she trusts, people she cares about, or dangerously, people she loves. I swallow. My nublets suddenly felt too warm in her hair.
You and your fucking nublets!
Leave my nublets out of this! Could this what purple mean? No, there's no way. Don't go there, Mira. That's not what this is. You're just being weird, emotional, soft. but the way her shoulders had relaxed under my hands, the way her glow shifted to violet the moment I leaned closer, that was not hard to wonder. Authors Note, thank you so much for 100 people reading my story and 10 votes. It truly means a lot to me. Thank you for all the support and kindness I've received. Heart, heart, heart. Will the next chapter reveal what purple means? Question mark, question mark.
Come back next time on the Wattpad Book Club.
Absolutely. This was awesome. Did
Thank
Lego
you so
show up?
Okay. You almost threw up?
I was like, I looked over in the corner, I'm like, why does it say Lego was typing in here?
I can't believe Lego missed the Polytrix.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be so mad when this video comes out. The Numbers are an essential part of reading good literature is basic fanfic reading. Exactly. You can't have a Phoenix Wattpad book club reading without Nublet. Nublet is a very essential thing.
Could have been in the audience.
Yeah.
That would have been the audience for 3 minutes, but it's okay. We love Lego.
Lego is the best.
This is my fake air horn. I don't know if y'all could hear this.
No, I didn't hear shit.
Can you hear it now?
Wait, can I bring up my soundboard?
Yeah, you know what? Do that.
Yeah, if I can open it.
All I got is this electronics duster that y'all can't even hear.
There we go. Hilarious! That was my input.
I was scared. I was like, what is that? Who's here?
Hilarious!
Hilarious!
Exactly. Hilarious! I'm gonna assume that was Elf, because I didn't see anyone else before saying.
I'm scared. I don't know how this works.
Soundboards are awesome. Anyway. Joline, are you ready to spin the wheel to figure out what we're reading?
I am ready to spin
one?
the wheel. Elf, are you ready to hear my horrible reaction if something bad happens?
Yeah, if it lands on Terra Terra or my choice, which is gonna be Terra Terra. Yippee!
I'm so scared. I'm so scared, Elf. I'm so scared. Well, he's outside the door, but...
It's up.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Please, God, please.
Let me put behind the patterns right here.
God, please, please, I beg of you, spare me. Spare me just this day. You've already made 3 spiders crawl across my face. Like, can you give me a break?
Please. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Oh, wait.
Oh, thank God. Thank God it's not with a gang leader.
I thought it was gonna be so too. Hey, listen, that would have been the last thing we read. And then it would have been gone forever.
I know, but I'm not ready. We read it, like, not too long ago, and it hurts. It hurts my spirit.
I know.
I don't have the heart. The energy.
Do we remember what happened in that Shank sex reader?
I don't know. He kisses us a lot.
Yeah.
It's kind of irritating.
Our dad's annoying, or asshole, I think. Mihawk.
Isn't our brother Mihawk in that one?
Yeah, Mihawk is our brother, and I think he had to sacrifice himself. Isn't that what happened?
He sacrificed himself, and then we sacrificed ourselves, and then we get him free, and then he tries to help us, and then we do some fucked up something.
And then we do fucked up dumb shit.
I don't know.
I loved it. That was a good summary.
Yeah, we're gonna do audience choice since we have an audience today.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna throw that
okay.
in the wheel. Alright.
Hold on. Alright, I'm adding an elf option.
Audience wins! I really do hope we get... I just want to know what your option would be, Elf. Could you imagine it still ends up... Fate would have it that way.
It's your choice, Joline.
This is really hard. This is a really hard choice for me.
So
we got a lot of good stuff on the wheel. Huh?
What'd you say? Do the Terra X reader? Well, if you say so, Joline.
Whoa! I didn't say all that now.
I know.
Elf, you have to help me choose. You're gonna be my...
Why are you gonna...
consultant.
Dude, we already know. You're gonna pick the Bowiji one.
What if I wanted to read Behind the Patterns and the Blades? Huh?
Okay. Do you want me to pull up another wheel of the 2 options and we spin?
No, I want Elf to choose for me. Elf can have my choice.
Alright. The votes are coming
My
in.
dear friend.
Okay.
Oh,
it's
you want
either
to? Oh, you're gonna leave the 2 choices to me, Elf. You're so sweet.
That's not what he said. He said which 2 are the choices. Okay, it's either the Polytrix or a Bowegie fan fiction.
Polytrix, My 3 Girls, and then Bowegie, Bowser, and Luigi.
Yeah, so what do you
Because those
want,
are the
Yaoi
ones
or
I will
Yuri?
use. Actually, I have a Luigi plushie right next to me. Hold on.
He's
Hold on.
thinking.
Hold
This
on.
is the
Will this
biggest
be me?
alphabet. What?
Hold on.
Don't dox again. I love
I'm
him.
not doxing me.
He's so silly. He's standing on business. He's standing on business.
Standing on business. Standing on business.
Luigi, no, don't pull out the silencer.
No.
So yeah, Bowegie. Bowegie it is.
Bowegie. Mario thinks those 2 are very gay. So yeah.
And Mario thinks you
you're
two
so
are very
silly.
fruity.
Very fruity.
Yeah. All right, Bowegie it is. Not like if it was gonna be. It was definitely gonna be in there. You love that thing so much.
It's good.
I don't blame
You say it like you don't enjoy it, when every time you go, "Wow, I can't wait to read the next chapter, Joline."
Yeah, but like there was a moment that we read it back to back to back to back, and I'm like,
Same thing with the Sanji one, and I didn't complain.
okay, Sanji just ended at like 6 parts. Bougie's at technically 16 now. Okay.
We've read so many about your man. You wanna
I'm
expecting payment, Elf? You know I will pay you.
$5.
And what are you gonna do with the money? You said you don't have a card
Yeah.
to put it on.
Well, PayPal, and then you can use it at any store. Like, because a lot of stores have PayPal payments, right? I hope you can use the money I've been paying you for video editing. That would be really sad if you can't. Yeah, you're fine. Also, you can transfer it from PayPal to a bank account. Anyway, what are we... Oh, yeah. Anyway, Joline, thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. And thanks, Elf, for being the audience member.
Thank you, Elf. We appreciate your presence here. Thank you for choosing for me.
Yeah. Thank you for being the the deciding factor on if we were gonna read Yaoi or Yuri next week. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. There is a playlist on screen with all the other Wattpad book club readings I've done in the past. There is with Joline, there's Sage, there's Lego, and there's Honey. So if you're interested in anything that we have read before, or any kind of fandoms, it's probably in there. The last one on screen is up there, which is Mira from K-Pop Demon Hunters. So if you want more Huntrix kind of content, watch that. I don't know if the wheel will be generous enough to give us Huntrix again for either Lego or me or Joline or whatnot. So just eat that slop until then. And yeah, and then Joline, you have anything you want to say?
I do not. I'm elated.
Okay. And then Elf, do you have any final words you want to type out while we wait very patiently for you to do that? Because it takes you a little while to write out because...
Hey! Leave my man alone.
Because you're really cool and you write things. I hope everyone enjoys my rating skills. Been reading out loud the entire time. Yeah, we really did enjoy it. Thank you so much. Your reading skills were like
very
subpar.
much good.
Yeah. I realized I did not use the right word there. I said subpar. That's the wrong word. It was very good.
Very bueno.
Very bueno, yeah. Not a muy bueno, muy bueno. Yeah, I'm spitting. But anyway, my name is Phoenix. That was Joline. Elf was an audience member. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye!